What are the best Christmas rock songs? Let's find out. Hey everybody, it's Nick here with you. Welcome back to the Rock Squad channel and welcome to my list of the best Christmas rock songs. That's right, Christmas is just around the corner. I thought, what better way to celebrate than by listing some of my favorite Christmas rock songs? You know what? They do exist. I know a lot of rock music fans aren't necessarily fans of Christmas music, but you know what? I have to admit, I'm a huge Christmas music fan, even all the cheesy songs. Last Christmas, I gave you my heart, but the very next day, you gave it away. That's right, I like even the cheesy Christmas rock songs, but for the purposes of this channel, we talk about rock music. I thought I would list some of my favorite Christmas rock songs. I know there are plenty out there that I'm going to miss off this list, but these are the ones that stick out to me that I like to listen to during the holiday season, and I hope you enjoy them too. So these are my favorite Christmas rock songs. Alright, so the first band on this list is Blink-182 and I Won't Be Home for Christmas. Their anti-Christmas punk rock classic that they wrote earlier on in their career. Everybody knows that Christmas time is a time for cheer and goodwill towards men, but Blink-182 wrote a song about the opposite of that. This one's about, beating Santa's helpers with a baseball bat, just to give you an indication of what kind of the lyrics are like. And we're all out there during the Christmas season celebrating and spreading good cheer and enjoying each other's company and giving each other presents and everything like that. But sometimes when you're out there, you're just getting really frustrated with all the hustle and bustle and all the business and all the shopping and all of that. So sometimes you just need to listen to an anti-Christmas song, something that'll just make you feel a little bit better, maybe a little more frustrated about Christmas. Either way, it's a really good song. So Blink-182 and I Won't Be Home for Christmas. Next up, we have Bruce Springsteen and Merry Christmas Baby. Bruce Springsteen, the king of the Christmas cover. This one's a classic Christmas song that he covered, I think, at a live show in the early 80s. It ended up on one of those very special Christmas compilations in the 1980s, but this is actually one of my favorite Christmas rock songs, one of my favorite Christmas songs altogether, because it's a live performance and you get the interaction with Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band on this, as well as his interaction with the crowd. The crowd noise on this is really cool when he says Merry Christmas Baby and everybody just freaks out and gets into it. I have a feeling that was a really magical night when they recorded that live song back in the early 80s. So one of my favorite Christmas rock songs, just flat out, is Bruce Springsteen and Merry Christmas Baby. Another great rock Christmas song is Oasis and Merry Christmas Everybody. It doesn't feature Liam on vocals, features Noel on vocals. It's his cover of the Slade Christmas classic song released in the early 2000s. It's one of my favorite Christmas covers. Oasis, kind of like Blink-182, not a band that you would expect to be all warm and cuddly and singing you a Christmas song, but they actually do a really good job. Noel doing his usual acoustic magic, and just a really great vocal from him on this song, and a really great Christmas song altogether, a cover of a classic by another great British rock band, Slade. So it's one of my favorite Christmas rock songs, and that's Merry Christmas Everybody by Oasis. Another great Christmas rock song is Smashing Pumpkins and Christmas Time. Not a traditional Christmas song that you would expect from Smashing Pumpkins. We've always known that Billy Corgan has had a lot of versatility as a songwriter, but the thing about this song is that it's not angsty, it's not loud, there's not a lot of guitars on it. It's actually very sweet, it's very quiet, and it's very cool for the Smashing Pumpkins to do a Christmas song that they released back in the 90s, so this is kind of during their heyday, released on, again, one of those very special Christmas compilation albums, and it's got all the bells and whistles that you would expect from a Smashing Pumpkins Christmas song. It's got a lot of great bells on it, it's got some acoustic guitars. It's really just, it's a really sweet song and immediately gets me into the holiday spirit. And the cool thing is that it was just featured on the soundtrack for the Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special, which dropped a couple of weeks back. So James Gunn obviously has very good taste in Christmas music, including the Smashing Pumpkins, and this is one of my favorite, not super rock out Christmas songs, but one of my favorite Christmas rock songs, and that's Smashing Pumpkins and Christmas Time. Another one of my favorite Christmas rock songs, courtesy of one of my favorite British bands, Blossoms. They did a couple of Christmas songs a couple of years ago, and one of them was called Christmas Eve, Sole Purpose. And this immediately just became one of the classics of my Christmas collection and one of the songs that I listen to every year. They know how to write a great Christmas song. It also comes with another song on there called Cold, Cold Winter, which is a little bit more of that anti-Christmas kind of sentiment that we talked about. Maybe not quite as extreme as Blink-182, but it talks a little bit more about a cold, cold winter instead of a happy Christmas, which was really cool. But Christmas Eve, Sole Purpose is a great Christmas song. Blossoms, they know how to write a great Christmas tune, and it immediately became one of my favorite Christmas songs, and that is Sole Purpose by Blossoms. Another great Christmas rock song courtesy of the late, great Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, and that is Christmas All Over Again. This was a song that he recorded, I believe, in the late 80s or the early 90s, but the first time I ever heard it as a kid was back in 1992 on the Home Alone 2 Lost in New York soundtrack. The first time I ever heard that song, and immediately became one of my favorite Christmas songs I listened to from when I was a kid to when I was older. And actually with my band, The Coverboards, a couple of years ago, we played a big Christmas show and we covered that, and that was one of the most fun Christmas songs to cover. Sometimes when you're a musician, at least for me, even though I love Christmas music, covering Christmas music can be a little bit daunting sometimes, but for us to be able to pull that off and to cover that song was a lot of fun. And Tom Petty, you know, God bless him, the late great Tom Petty, watching down on us from above. He wrote a great Christmas song for the ages, so he left us that among tons of other great tunes. But one of my favorite Christmas rock songs, courtesy of the amazing Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, Christmas All Over Again. Another great Christmas rock song, courtesy of Weezer. This one came out in 2000. It's called The Christmas Song. It's part of a little Christmas EP that they released in between Pinkerton and the Green Album. It featured Christmas Celebration and this song, The Christmas Song. Rivers Cuomo knows how to write a great Christmas song. He's a great songwriter in every other aspect, so of course that he would crush writing a Christmas song as well. And Weezer, back, I believe in 2008, released an entire Christmas EP called Christmas with Weezer. It might have been an iTunes exclusive at the time, but I'm sure you can find it online somewhere on YouTube or on streaming services. But Weezer did an entire Christmas EP covering a lot of Christmas classics. So Weezer coming in there clutch with a lot of great Christmas covers, as well as their original songs, A Christmas Song and Christmas Celebration. Highly recommended. Check out those Christmas classics from Weezer. And finally, the last great Christmas rock song on my list of Christmas rock songs for 2022 is AC/DC and Mistress for Christmas. Again, another band that you wouldn't expect to write a great Christmas song. And they actually featured this song on an album that's not a Christmas album. It was featured on The Razor's Edge in 1990. So kind of strange for a Christmas song to be featured on a non-Christmas album. But a very cool Christmas song from AC/DC, featuring a great vocal from Brian Johnson. Of course, great guitars from Angus Young, as well as great percussion and great instrumentation from the rest of AC/DC, and it's got bells on it, so it's essentially just a Christmas song, an AC/DC song, just with everything that you need from AC/DC with some bells on it. So that's exactly what you want from AC/DC. The cover of this album, which I just showed to you, a little bit questionable, especially in 2022. I don't know if they would get away with shooting that album cover right now, but it's a great Christmas song. And you know, like I was saying, a lot of rock fans don't necessarily love Christmas music, but you know, you can feel less embarrassed. You can feel confident that you can rock out to AC/DC as well as enjoy Christmas with a song like Mistress for Christmas. So that's definitely one of my favorite Christmas rock songs, courtesy of AC/DC. All right, that is it for my list of my favorite Christmas rock Christmas songs for 2022 and of all time. I'm sure there are plenty that I left off this list, and you can let me know which ones I left off in the comments below. Let me know which Christmas rock songs that you enjoy the most and you enjoy this time of year. Of course, I wish everybody a very, very Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. But things aren't done here on the Rock Squad channel as we get into the end of 2022. Coming up in the next couple of weeks, we're going to be doing some videos for our favorite tracks of 2022 as well as our favorite albums of 2022. So keep your eyes peeled for that here on the Rock Squad channel. Until then, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to the channel here. Make sure to follow us on social media at Rock Squad Pod on Twitter and Instagram, and make sure to keep your eyes peeled for more videos here on the Rock Squad channel. Until then, this is Chino, out.